is starting to more and more come true, and I'm like, so basically, we're not gonna set an intention for a year. I don't care if it's 500 years. I don't care if it's 1,000 years. I am curious. I'm a curious soul. Okay, so I want to see as far in depth today. We're gonna go all in. Okay, we're gonna go baller on this thing. If you are confused, go check out one of my last videos I did. I think it's called just type Tony Bomboni Self-hypnosis. You're gonna find it. Okay. But before this begins, I do have a website called Tony Bomboni. If you would like to support this YouTube channel that allow me to continue producing daily content for you, okay? It is so important. So important. Your support on there means the absolute world, okay? And if you book a 30-minute session with me, like a 30-minute tarot reading, you're actually supporting this whole channel for a day. Yeah, like, you know, I might actually start doing that. If you book a 30-minute session with me or longer, I'm gonna shout your name out. How about that? In the beginning of a video, or maybe end of a video, I'm gonna shout your name out and say you're gonna be a sponsor for this channel. How about that? Okay. I think I'll do that. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit just downloaded that. Thank you. Okay, so let's move it right along. Okay, but obviously your name's gonna be anonymous. Like, I'm not gonna say your last name. I'm just gonna say your first name. Unless you don't want that, then I'll think about it. Okay. Okay, I have a lot to consider. Okay, or how about this? I'll just ask the person if they would like a shout out. That's all. Okay. Anyway, so moving right along. If you want more of content like this as well, subscribe and tap the bell and hit notifications. Okay, let's continue, poopsies. So basically, what this is about, if you're new, if you have never seen this or done this before, I'm gonna put myself into hypnosis in a self-hypnotic state, so I can induce myself in hypnosis. I've done this a billion times, and it's like a meditative state, but I get relaxed and deep enough to where I can actually tap in and see. So the last video I did on this subject, I was checking to see what was in the universe, and we saw some crazy stuff together. Okay, and you guys really liked that video. At first I thought you didn't. Like, I was like, oh my god, nobody's watching this, and then like it just, like, the views started to go up, so I was like, oh, okay, I guess people really are into this stuff. So yeah, and like hardly anyone saw my like future prediction video when I did that like 2 or 3 years ago, so I kind of want to bring it back to see maybe you guys will actually bother to watch it this time, because I think it's pretty cool. Like, I do have to disclaim though, this is just entertainment purposes only. I'm not claiming anything as fact. Nothing is factual based in this video. All this is information is just for my own imagination and entertainment purposes only. It's only meant for your relaxation and sleep, so I do have to shout that out. Wink, wink. Alright, so let's go. Wink, wink. Tap in to the future. So I'm going to set the intention to tap into an unlimited amount of time. And why not unlimited timelines as well, right? Not just this timeline. Let's see what could actually go down. Like, what are the actual timeline possibilities in our future? I still would like to set the intention to see some of our near future in this timeline. But let's go wild. Okay, guys, so I'm going to put myself in hypnosis, and feel free to put yourself into self-hypnosis while you watch this, so that you can actually visualize and close your eyes and see this stuff with me, and we can connect energies. I need your guys' help. Okay, we're using each other's energies to access the collective energies. So I'm going to take a deep breath in as I look up to a point on the ceiling, and feel free to do this as well. Look at any point on the ceiling without lifting my head, just lifting my eyes on a point on the ceiling. And I breathe in and exhale, and I think sleep. Keep staring at the point on the ceiling, guys. the stairs. 10, 9, 8, 7, and with each step I go deeper. Deeper in hypnosis. 6, maybe you're still following along and you go deeper. And deeper down. 5, 4, I'm so relaxed I can barely speak. 3, 2, 1. I'm at the bottom. And I walk forward into a door. I open the door, and behind this door are the answers to our future. What is going to happen? And I open the door, and I'm blasted by just a wave of emotion. Like all this blue and purple color and stars just start like blasting me with this energy, and I feel like I have all the knowledge and all the collective information of our collective. They're taking me in this world. It's almost like Alice in Wonderland. What the heck? I'm like in a teacup. There's just like, it's so trippy here. I see the cat, I see the girl, I see everything like trippy. The weird clown looking dude. Spirit is telling me there's hidden messages in that show. Obviously, I know that. You can find your answers on the future there in that show. I see the cards. I see the painted flowers. I see the checkerboard. I always wonder that, like when people have like a checker, like, you know, those black and white tiles. They do that in movies and shows a lot. There's like allegedly like symbolism in those too. It's like yin and yang polarity, and I think that's like it's like the universal checkerboard, and I think everyone's like this chess piece. And what does this have to do with the future? They're saying this is the future. It's like the future is decided on basically the checkerboard of life. I keep calling it a stupid checkerboard. I meant to say chessboard. But basically it's sort of like, how do I put it into words? Because a lot of times what you see and hear and sense and feel, you can't describe it in a human dictionary, literally. Like, there's like other language to describe it, a spiritual language. But anyway, I'm trying to translate it for you. I see an ice wall. It's so cold. I'm freezing. So I was translating a code on the It's like a mix of a checkerboard and a chessboard. I'm not even joking. Like, I keep wanting to call it a checkerboard, because in their language it's like checkerboard, but in us it's like chessboard, so I don't freaking know. Anyway, so I unlocked a code, and this is one of the pieces of the chessboard. And that's like what determines our future. Is like the timelines can change because we choose what move to make. Like the queen makes a move, the pawn makes a move, and we're kind of like the pawns on the chessboard. And so I decided a random spot to move on, and then I uncoded the code, and then I unlocked the portal, and now I'm in the ice wall. And then it's like, it's just a huge freaking ice wall, and it's so cold here. I want to leave, and I don't feel good energy here. It feels very, very like dense and heavy. codes in this ice. But I'm like trying to get through the wall, but I cannot crack it open. I think I'm trying to like move it through with my teeth. And it's not for about. I'm speaking to it in codes. They're like some angelic codes. This is not Earth. Oh, he clacks his teeth because it's part of the language. It's like that's how they talk. It breaks. A light comes through the wall and it shines so bright. Ow! Ow, 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 ow. It shines so bright at my face it actually like hurts my eyes really bad. Frick. Okay, what the frick? And then I'm gonna go through now. I'm crawling through this hole. It's so warm now. It overpowers me with warmth. I'm still in hypnosis. I just have to check the battery from time to time if I'm still recording. You know that feeling when you're like out in the cold and you go back in heat and you're like shivering because your body's just still trying to like remove the cold from your body. I feel like I'm in someone's house. It's like my grandmother. And she's offering me a cup of tea. It's the same teacup as in the Alice in Wonderland. Oh my god, what the frick? It's like her house is a portal to these worlds. Okay, again, my intention is to see the future. How does this contribute to our future in society? I'm asking her. She said, you already know all the answers, my son. She calls me son even though I'm her grandson. But it's like the same, I think, because her daughter passed away, so I am without a mother. It's like I'm like a foster. Not a foster, but what do you call it? Kind of like a foster child, like a parentless child, right? Like, but she's still biological. But she like looks human. She's not like, but she has yak DNA, like the Yeti looking, more like a yak, but human like yak. But it's so weird. Anyway, she looks nothing like me. But this world, I feel like, has a lot of different creatures and such. So, okay, let me ask myself, because everything's within, right? So let me see if I have all the answers. Okay, so they're very worried for our species. And that's why they're in another world. Like, they cannot come here because we just wouldn't get it. We wouldn't understand. We're not ready to access the light codes quite yet. A lot of people think we are, but we're not ready. Like, everyone's so eager for, like, 5D and all that stuff, but it's like, it's nonsense when it's not even here yet, you know? It's like, we have to keep going. There's a lot too many, quite dense energies, kind of like the ice wall. It's like impenetrable. Like, it cannot access our DNA unless we are willing to be more open-minded, receive more. We're almost there though, but it's like it's nonsense talk when people say it's like already here. No, it's not. If it was, we wouldn't even be, like talking about it. It'd be here. And this is a separate timeline. So once that energy comes through, the light comes through. So that's the light language, but it actually goes a lot faster because it's light and light is fast. And so they're sending some light to you guys. It's like through our teacup. It like goes and beams in my third eye through the Yeti, and then it goes through my third eye and then sends to you guys. So maybe you have some access to Akashic. Okay, they're accessing accessing your Akashic record light codes, so maybe you're able to access them right now. There's like a robotic looking creature that comes out of the cup now and is like, has all our information. When he accesses the information through another realm, this is me talking to him. We talk in like language. It sounds like this in our realm because it's like a different translated code. It doesn't actually sound like this, but my body can only process so much. There's a queen, I think she has like reddish, purplish hair, and she's under rule on this planet right now. They only have one queen. Her king passed away. They are helping in determining the future of the planet Earth and the inhabitants. Right now you guys are dealing with a lot of issues. We are doing our best to penetrate the wall so we can access your species. So basically, the same system that they have on this planet, the Yeti is saying, is a similar system that will be on Earth. So there needs to be one ruler, but it is not of ego. It is a ruler that actually listens to their inhabitants, and they are all acknowledging the equivalent DNA energy, meaning no one is above another. Everyone is equivalent. That is the collective consciousness, the irony of humanity being terrified of this collective consciousness. Communityism. There is nothing to fear unless it is overtaken by another species. There is nothing to fear. We are all the same and always have been. Ego likes to get in the way and believe we are above or better than someone because of many reasons. This energy needs to leave the Earth to allow itself to experience full 5D light codes. We cannot access you until you get rid of these belief systems that are impenetrable due to their dense, heavy energy. So this is the queen talking through me, in an essence, the queen of this planet, the lady with purple red hair. It's not her, it's just like an energy of her. It's like the robot is projecting her on a screen and the Yeti is recording her voice and then sending it over to me to speak to you. Does that make sense? No, it probably doesn't. Anyway, let's move on. So this has something to do with our future. Why did I need to come here, Yeti, in order to see what's in the future? This was the best translated version, he said. It's a male. This Yeti is a male. I'm asking other questions, but he's deflecting me, saying it's not important. There's many secrets that he cannot say. Why the secrecy, though? We cannot process it, that's why they're not telling us, because it's too much. I understand. What can I process? What can I tell my audience? What can I know? Please tell me anything. They keep showing me 2090. Remember, I said 2090. They keep emphasizing the importance of that year. I think that is when everything ultimately turns out to be okay. But it has something to do with a battle, a galactic interference of sorts with certain hybrid breeds, try to come and access our energy and kind of, in an essence, to our core, feed off of us. What? Okay, that's weird. 1982 will be the same as 2082. Okay, what happened there? 2077. First contact with an intergalactic being. In person. So, there's already been made contact, but the first one where people can openly, easily, effortlessly commune with these beings. 2077. Where you could summon them through a portal that people have in their homes. There's like a device where you can almost like speaking to someone on a telephonic device. 1962. That was an important year to bring this technology about. Someone has attempted to bring it to a revolutionary accessibility, and it has not been achieved. There were other interferences with creatures of the unknown. In deep outer space, we were not ready to process such information collectively. It would have contributed to a collective shock, so to speak. Our DNA cannot handle it. It is like the light that will shine in our planet. It needs to wait 2042, 2024. The timelines keep separating. 2024, 2042. I'm sorry, my wrist. 20, okay, so there could be 2023, 2024. An interference of sorts. Something to do with the radio frequencies. It's almost like radios won't work anymore. I'm getting a little choked up. I don't know. It's like the air is harder to breathe. Don't fight it, don't resist it, they said. The more you fight and resist, the more change will happen. Until you just give up and let go. Those who fight and resist are the ones in suffering the longest. You cannot change the inevitable, they say. This is good energy. Allow it to access you. Do not fear it. Still, understand that there are frequencies that will try to deceive you and tell you that they are good when they are coming from a bad source. There are other worlds, other planets that are trying to lower the vibration at the same time. Other sources and good planets are trying to raise our vibration. It is a battle. This battle is over by 2042, but you really will feel the effects next year, my loves. 2023, 2024. Ending 2025, 6. But still feeling like is like so high in ego that it cannot discern between good and bad. Like it just is. And what it is it thinks it's doing good, but overall it's doing bad for people, so it's not really doing good. I hope that makes sense. They keep showing me purple. Remember, you guys, I said the purple DNA. There's purple. There's like, have purple around you. Have purple energy. Remember, even the last video I said, like, doing the self-hypnosis, explore the universe. Like, I keep seeing purple. Like, they say, like, have that colors around you. That's your protection. Like, what you wear. Clothes, jewelry, like the walls you paint in your room. Everything, has a meaning, has an importance, has an emphasis. Purple will protect you and help to keep those bad energies at bay so you can focus on the higher good. And you will need this to get through the next couple, 3 years, because it will be intense. Not everyone will handle it. Not everyone will survive it. Spiritually speaking, mentally speaking, it will be overwhelming. So ensure that you can be ready to access our energy. We are trying to reach you. It is like someone trying to access you on a device, like a walkie-talkie, and it is frustrating even for us that we cannot reach you because your energy has been so dense and impenetrable that you need to elevate, do the work. Anyone listening, watching at home, you need to allow yourself to access the good light frequency energy. Do not let things of this world weigh you down and disturb you too greatly. There are other worlds. You are just in one. The human ego. Oh, what a pity. We pity those living in ego because they think they're the only ones. They think there's nothing else out there. There's so much out there. That's why the library was burned down. You look back in your ancient past. Alexandria. Sound familiar? We know you did this. We know who did this. We're watching you. You won't win. They try to destroy our history. Shame on them. It's all ego. A lot of you. All of you are in ego. Who did this? Who destroyed our records? Well, you can't destroy the astral records, you fools. You can destroy it in the physical, but you can't destroy it in the astral. Joke's on you. But we still love you. We still love you enough to watch over you. And, sorry guys, this is, I guess, the collective consciousness energy speaking now. It's not even me. It's like, no matter what pain humanity has caused, they still choose to watch over us, to reach us, to contact us. It's like you trying to reach to your old friend who hurt you so bad, and you're still out of love and kindness trying to reach out to them. That's the same. They're looking at us like, we don't agree with your ways, but we still want to help you. And this is a bigger, more beautiful loving help than you can even fathom. Like, it goes beyond anything. It's like the biggest love you can imagine, but it's not the highest form of love. But I mean, they still called us fools, right? Some of us, not all of us. But it's almost like a rebuke, you know what I'm saying? For our ways, because they don't agree with it, because they're not aligned with it. But they still reach out to an even higher power, and that's God. They're showing me so much. They're showing me, like, God, obviously, but, like, there's even, like, himself in a higher form, and it goes beyond what you can even fathom, or what even God can fathom. It's, like, kind of like, God, you know, like how everything began. They reach even to, well, they try to reach even to that, but they can't. It's like the energy I can only access and see is that energy which I can access and see. I can't go like really much beyond that, you know what I'm saying? I'm in tears here because they do truly at least have for us a loving energy, but there's even higher loving energies, and I don't have all the answers, so I'm only accessing information about a future from them. So I would like to understand now, is that the intention for what more energy, what more accessible answers we can open the portal and the vessel to? They're saying that God will determine our future, of course. That's pretty straightforward. Sorry guys, when I go out into space it gets a little cold. Wow. I'm asking, why are there always timeline shifts? Well, it's kind of like, why are the timelines always changing? We never know really how the future will be. And that's because even God himself changes his mind. It's so funny. It's like, I'm talking not the God, but God. Like, I guess in a sense, God is like what people think, like, you know, whoever their God is in their belief system. But the God is like a pinnacle, ultimate of everything, basically. So the God knows already what will happen, but I'm talking like God, the singular God that we can reach and access and focus, is saying that, like, because they're below God, does that make sense? Because God, we cannot process, we can't even fathom, but God, that we can somewhat process and fathom, still not much, but somewhat, you know, written texts and stuff like that, passed around belief systems. He's indecisive in a way, and he kind of changes his mind because we emulate him, right? As human beings, it's like we are their creation, and so, like, everything, even the Yeti, the grandmother, the queen, everything, every possible creation you can imagine is an emulation of him, so he can change his mind. So that's why the timelines shift and change, and that's why we shift and change, and we are kind of like indecisive creatures. Now the robot is speaking on behalf of me. They're a very good robot. They're like they look like a cute small toy. He was built in the future, but he's available in the present. That's how far 2062 robots will be able to be built in the future, but be seen in the present. So this could indicate a timeline whereas you are able to time portal and commune with future timeline beings in the current present moment, and they will be able to transmute energy to allow you to build machines that you can do in the future, but they will give it to us in the now as a gift, but it will not be able to be accessed until 2062. Is like that, those 2 years, like 2062, 2063, huge jump in technological advancement, but be careful of being taken advantage of. Just because you are in the future does not mean there are those with bad intent. Keep an eye. Okay, 27. It's nothing but light, and just like everyone will be washed over with this light. This loving light. Certain diseases will be ridden of 2041, 2042. Obliterated, they will not reappear. This is on this timeline if things happen this way. It has something to do with the insertion of other worldly being cell into the human cell, and then it sort of like replicates, and then it just heals itself over, because this otherworldly being as such is so disease free that we need their cell to heal our cell. So yeah, that will get rid of the problem. They're saying basically that Waklia, I think that's the name of the planet they're from. But it's not how you pronounce it, but in like my human lips pronounce it that way, but it's not actually how you pronounce it. Waklia. It's like light code again. But anyway, they say just as we find healing in nature, you can find cure for everything in, well, not everything, but most things in the plants and wildlife and stuff like that. And people make medicinal herbs and stuff like that from like wildlife, and they make like, you know, vitamins and stuff like that from that stuff. You know, we find it everywhere and everything. You can find it in space too. So there's cures in space for things we like, even stuff. Yes, 2033, I think there's like some space, moon, rock, dust, whatever that floats by, and then they're gonna like extract something out of it, and then we find out you could like put it in food and pills and medicine, whatever, and that's like gonna be like a healing. It's weird because it's almost like, I want to say, a mix of like Martian and moon dust, but in the dust is like kind of like a liquid that, or a jelly substance that's sort of like, if you like mash it and paste it and mix it with another chemical, it's gonna create a compound that like it's so advanced. For like even 10 years from now, stuff will be so advanced, so it's hard to like even explain to you, but it's sort of like the best way I can describe it. And then they have to like put it in a computer, and then the computer will create a code that creates something else, and then they mix it with something else, and then it's gonna end up being like a formula solution for, whoa, I'm getting really dizzy now, for like 50% of the problems will go away just from that thing. But technology upgrades will be very, very fast. Like, it's already been happening. Like, you know, it's gonna like multiply. I mean, we can't even like process it right now. Like I said, even 11 years from now, in 2033, was it? Whoa! You think the stuff you're doing in your like labs is advanced right now? Oh my god, that's gonna be like kindergarten. Oh my god. And even like you guys have to be careful who work with like potions and chemicals and stuff like that, because like the stuff is gonna make you laugh in the future. Like they're like, when you mix certain chemicals, like it's actually gonna make you laugh. Oh my god, because it's gonna be such a high frequency. It's gonna feel very good to even be around these stuff, these chemicals, these liquids, these space rock liquids. It's so funny. And like yeah, it's just gonna, there's gonna be like a feel good chemical that like people drink. Oh my god, like I think 2032 people are gonna be like 2031 they're gonna announce they made something that makes people laugh, and by 2032 they're gonna release it, and when you drink it, it makes you laugh. It's so funny. Oh my god. They're gonna call it like the some that last like 5 minutes, some that last like 50 minutes. It's gonna be funny. It's just gonna make everyone laugh. Like, even the fact that it's released, it's gonna make everyone laugh. But again, like 9-10 years from now, things are gonna be so different that like what we find funny then is not what we find funny now, you know? But also because the energy, the collective energy, frequency of humanity will change and shift. So like, to us it's like WTF, but to them it's like, it makes sense. It's gonna make sense. Like, if you showed a meme to someone in 2010, a meme from 2022, they'll be like, you weirdo, like, what does this even mean? So yeah. But I want you to remember how much we're advancing. So again, expect the unexpected. You're not going to see and feel and sense necessarily the same stuff you do now. It will make sense at that time, even though it doesn't feel like a long time. It is a long enough time, and with our advanced upgrades to allow you to, experience what you experience. That's life. A person born in 1919 and then passes away in 2022. They did not expect what we're going through now to happen, okay? Same principle applies. You would be surprised how much things will change, especially in the 50s and 60s. I'm talking the 2050s and the 2060s. Things will be so fast. Every day will be like a different life. That's how fast it will be. So right now we think like there's months, if not years, worth of news in one day alone. You wait and see, my friends. One day will be an entire 100-year lifetime of information, upgrades in technology, news, changes, shifts, because the light energy is fast, just as I spoke in light-coded language. That's how fast it will go, where you cannot even process and fathom right now, but you will be able to by the beginning 2040s, 2050s. People will even speak in this new language. It will be taught in schools, perhaps more so in the future, but 2070s, 2080s, but yes, I hate to say this, but I will be brief. Should I even say it? Well, anyway, a lot of those, especially those of a particular age, okay, best way to describe this, by 2040, it's like we won't see them here. They'll be elsewhere. Let's put it that way. And that's because they cannot process the energy. They are of a different timeline, age group, soul, decision, etc. We have no control. Some a lot sooner, but most of those souls will be inaccessible in this energetic field / timeline. So there's an equation of like the energy field we're in, which is 3-dimensional, and will be 4th, 5th, and beyond in another timeline. And then there is energy field and timeline. So you divide energy field, divide that by timeline, and it equals tick-tick-track, tick-tick-track, tick-tick-track. It's like a answer to a formula equation. It's like tick-tick-track is, as aforementioned, energy field, so 3D divided by by timeline, or Friday divided by timeline. Timeline is whatever timeline you are, and then that's the formula answer. That formula answer is the core essence of your being. That formula answer will be the encoding answer in your cell DNA. So you need that formula answer to plug into the computer to allow you to experience this specific coding timeline. So people will be able to, almost in an essence, insert this formula answer. Again, pronunciation not clarified. You insert that into your cell, and that will allow you to experience the field/timeline as if a time travel. So that is how you time travel. You need this formula to insert into almost like a little, it's like a square, I don't want to say like, it's a tiny square computer chip thingy. I don't know. It has its own, like what I'm seeing is hard to describe. It has its own like veins. That sounds weird, but like future computers, it even goes beyond quantum physics and mechanics. It's like it has its own life. So basically, you insert that life into you, but that life form is like a kind of like a mix of the baby toy robot thingy I saw at the grandmother Yeti house and another planet. Like it has all of that encoded and encapsulated into one, because it is the future self of the collective species of humanity. So that's technology will be introduced eventually in the far future. What's far to us, again, 2053 is, I would say, like maybe the introduction, but that may appear far to us even in the future. Like even if we're like in 2051, 2053 will be appearance like far, even though it's very close in timeline, like 2 years, right? In proximity, is because so much will occur within every day that it will almost, in an essence, feel like numerous lifetimes. Like there's 365 days in a year, so that would be like 365 lives times 2. That'd be like 700 lives away. But it's not going to be, obviously, but it, like again, it's accelerating and compounding in itself. So it's going to appear that way. So in the future, 2 years will be like 700 lives, because so much will occur and happen, and there will be so much to process. So eventually beings will be still beings, like energy beings, where they just sort of process in themselves everything, and then eventually they go to God, and they self-actualize, they self-realize, and then they sort of cycle through into God's ultimate formula of energy, and that is the formula of the divine, and that is what determines the future timelines of humanity. If you figure out the formula, you figure out life. If you figure out life, you figure out everything. If you figure out everything, you are once again introduced into the God gene. And this is what everything is trying to figure out. Everything meaning not just those working to figure this stuff out with potions and stuff, but you can crunch all the math numbers and everything, but that's what everything ultimately is trying to figure out. And the more people try to figure out, the more they sort of summon and attract this outer being energy to help and guide us. Some are here to help and guide us. So those who have discernment and eyes to see and ears to hear and feel that who are the right ones that are trying to help us will help humanity. But there are those who figure out, maybe they're afraid of who we really are, and those that necessarily do not want to merge with other worlds or meet them or stuff like that. Like, you know, like maybe you don't want to meet a Yeti or a robot baby toy looking creature, or like it might appear weird to you, like that there is actually like beings that actually just like stay still and they're just energy, because they're self-quantum computing. Does that make sense? Like they're it goes beyond quantum. Like they're self-actualizing, and they determine their own timeline. In essence, you can determine your own timeline. You can determine your own future. You can determine how your life plays out, because because you are a part of this collective and they need you as much as you need them. So don't think that they're better than you. Don't think that this energy is not able to access you. You are able to tap in like I am right now and figure out who you are in part of this collective. And do keep in mind you are multiple lives in multiple lives. So use your internal knowledge and guiding intuition to trust that you can determine you are the formula. They need you because you are part of the formula. Yes. And this fears a lot of people. It almost petrifies people to know how powerful they are, to know how collective they are, to know that we're all the same, to know that we're all just trying to get answers because we're trying to get to God. It can create destruction and chaos, or it can create beauty and answers. I see a beautiful timeline. I don't see a bad timeline. I see a beautiful timeline. I don't see anything necessarily for people to fear. And this is why I feel like we've been stuttering lately. People are bringing up like they're talking different, they sound different, they're stuttering more, and they're jumbling and mixing over their words. It's because the light is already accessing our code DNA. Not everyone can handle it, and that's why they choose to leave and cluck out, go back to source. Those who are here, most likely, most of you, maybe half, maybe some of you. It depends on the timeline. Again, there's going to separate a timeline, and this is what I've been seeking for, yes. Again, 23, 24, 25. Small leftover remaining 2026 are going to shift. It's here. 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 They keep saying it. It's here. We're here. We're here. We're here. It's a lot to process. Use your own discretion on where you should go. Some of you still haven't decided where to go. You need to decide. Some of you still don't know what timeline to take. Some of you will make friends, some of you will lose friends, some of you will not have friends for some time until you figure out who you are. Life is about realizing who you are, and you are going to shift into different timelines and different energy fields because you are accessing the formula that I mentioned earlier. Some of you need to talk to your ancestors more. You have ancestors trying to reach you and help you. They know the answers. They're close to source, God energy. Talk to them. You have a passed on loved one. Talk to them. Even if they're just a friend, talk to them. Some of your friends are actually your ancestors. Did you know that? Yeah, like they were your grandma or something in your past life, and they came through as your best friend in this life. Talk to them. Oh my God, there's so many trying to reach out. Tens of thousands. Even long ago, past loved ones from like 600 years ago that you didn't meet in this life, talk to them. I'm telling you, they're trying to reach out. How do you talk to them? Well, talk to them. Ask God, ask the universe for the answers. You just need to ask. It's that simple. Don't make it hard on yourself. Don't overthink it. You already have the answer. Remember, you are the formula. You are the mechanics of life and everything. You are given those answers. That's why they need us. They want us. We are important. Do you honestly think they're just gonna take over, invade, and wipe you out? No, obviously they need you as much as you need them. They know you are them. They are you. Duh. LOL. was ready, and now they're like, okay, you're not ready for the, like, more answers. So they're wanting me to have like a queue, like a waiting period to see more in the future. But that's all they're going to share for now on this timeline, because if we go too far, then it's like, okay, well, yeah, we could show you 2500, we could show you the year 3500, but like everything will change and happen and shift so fast that even they can't even see an outcome because it's like too far. So yeah, this is all we need to see and know. And also, one last thing is that, like, the reason that we're only around like a few thousand years is because again, of that advancement. So you honestly think there's like a civilization out there that is millions of years old? No, that is bogus, because it only takes a few thousand years to advance enough to self-actualize into God. So because that's how amazing God is. Like, obviously it doesn't take him that long to self-actualize. So like, you honestly think it's gonna take a million years? No. So this is why civilizations, lifetimes, everything only lasts a few thousand years. Yes, the planets may be billions and millions of years, whatever, trillions of years, but that is only like a shell, like a foundation. Like, you know, obviously a species needs a home. The home, of course, will be old, but the species itself doesn't take that long, because we have such a high intelligence, and this is what we need to realize. Those things that people say we need to fear and stay away from, we created that. We created that with our mind. Our mind is thinking that those things exist. They don't exist. Only good inherently exists. It's like mama bird that pushed you off the nest. She knows you're not gonna fall and die. Like, we created that mindset. You see, there's nothing bad or scary below, you know. There just is love. And they want you to realize that we're on this good, positive timeline now of love. And that there's no more bad that can get you. Nothing can harm you. If you're having a bad dream, if you're having a nightmare, you can let that go by just talking to your ancestors before you go to bed at night. Ask for their divine guided protection. Ask for even, you know, you have ancestors from other worlds that are actually watching you, because they're keeping an eye on you. Like, we are the experiment. And we just need to self-actualize. They're waiting for us to self-actualize so we can go home. We have all the answers. Never forget that. I love you guys so much. Okay, I'm gonna get out of hypnosis now. On a count of 5, I'm gonna wake up. 1. Getting out of this hypnotic state. 2. Thanking the universe for all the answers. 3. Slowly stretching, breathing. 4. A cold splash of water to the face. 5. Wide awake, alert, refreshed, relaxed, comfortable, at ease. Grounding into my own body. Back to reality. My dog just made the cutest looking face. Like, he just like put both of his paws to his face and went like this. Hi guys. Wow. We went out there, didn't we? How long was this frick? I mean, like, over an hour, right? Did not expect what I thought I would have expected, but you cannot expect anything when you go in, because, yeah, you're going to be shown what you need to be shown and guided along where you need to be guided. So I'm going to go wash my face, because I think I cried like several times through this, and it was just an emotional but fulfilling and understanding experience. It's like I already knew everything, because it was within. Like, you just need to realize what is within. That's it. Like, don't overthink anything. At this point, guys, what you feel is probably accurate. Do not think that you need to think things into reality when you already are. You can feel it. You know you are it. Everything just is right now. You can just feel free to be, to exist, to self-actualize. And that's what it's all about. You are right now experiencing the God form left here will be the ones that sort of realize those who are curious spirits naturally will be around to grow and develop our genes, our coding, and into something amazing and not to be feared. It's not necessarily what people think and believe. Those who do not think and believe in the same vibration or alignment will be the ones who leave. This reality, this world will be inherited by those who are in alignment with that new vibration. So it's not something that people should fear because it's all creation, right? So we all have souls, we all go home, right? You're not going to be like trapped and stuff like that. So I don't know, I see a lot. Oh my god, like it's even hard to explain, but I'm just kind of flowing and vibing with my explanation. I'm not even like really trying to overthink it again. So I hope that made sense. It may not make sense to me, honestly. I'm like, oh, I really need to like reflect, but again, not overthink, but just kind of feel like what feels right to me, and I guess get some final last minute planning on where I should go, where I should take things, you know, not necessarily with my life, but like the collective energy, right? Because we are all connected to this collective energy, right? I mean, even like down to like cabling of this wire, like there's several wires in this alone. It's not just one doing the job. You can't do it alone. I think that's what the important message was, because even the Yeti goes to his grandmother for answers. Even the grandmother goes to the queen for answers. Even the queen goes to God for the answers. Even God goes to God for the answers. We have to work together collectively. That's how we're going to advance and progress. But don't forget your spirituality. That's how you'll get there. Don't lose sight of it. You're not just gonna be machine. The soul is so powerful. You have to realize your worth. Like, you cannot be taken. You cannot be destroyed. Your soul cannot be taken from you. It can merge with other beings, but you cannot, like, even you can merge all you want. You're still soul, right? Your body may be merged, but you're still soul. Nothing can take that. That's in your mind. That's kind of like the message I got from him. And again, entertainment purposes only. This was just a story time for sleep relaxation. This is not fact. This is not factual based information. This is not accurate. This is just of my own mind. This is a self-hypnotic session. So what I'm doing is healing myself, doing my own therapy. You're witnessing and observing it and maybe relating and correlating to it as a universal consciousness, connecting with mine to get answers and information out there and what we feel is best for us. Again, there are different timelines I have to emphasize that we can be taken on the portal of in different dimensions. So there are many potential future outcomes, and what you choose is what your soul chooses. So you have to have a conscious universal awareness of your part in that creation. It's not just you doing it alone, and your one decision to decide where to go is not going to like, it's gonna make a difference, but not like the world of like, it's gonna take everyone's decision, because you are a part of everyone. Everyone is part of you. It goes in itself, and that's the formula in itself. The divine guided God formula is in itself, and if we figure out a formula that goes in itself, we figure everything out. And that's kind of the message they were trying to get across. It's like, don't worry, dude and dudettes, like, don't worry, don't fear. It's your head. It's the body, and that's why they're upgrading the body, so you don't have those thoughts, right? And then you'll truly be like unimaginably unstoppable. But don't, like, I know this messes with some people's belief and stuff, but like, don't think like because you change this fleshly form that you change. That's not accurate in my interpretation again. Yeah, it's just so out there, and that's why a lot of like outdated thoughts, ideas, beliefs will be kind of like out the door soon. I keep seeing like 2040, like totally, like completely out. I don't know, that's what I'm seeing. Anyway, guys, it opens your mind for sure. It definitely opened mine. I'm like, I don't even understand what I'm saying at this point. Thank you so much. I'm gonna eat a grounding meal now. I recommend you do too. Go take a shower, go rest, go nap it off, because this was a lot. Maybe you fell asleep and you need to rewatch this. This was a lot. Okay, again, I hope you enjoyed this for entertainment